Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Amarable Florence. How you all doing? Hope you all are doing great. In today's video, I'll be showing us how to make a simple dress gown with a shirt neck. So before we proceed to the video, please subscribe to my channel, like, share, leave comments below so I can answer any of your questions in case you don't really understand what I'm saying. I will be able to know where to maybe to come back and make a video of it again. So for us, let's proceed to the video. The first thing I did was to mark out the line for the zip, because the dress gown will be having a zip in the front. So I marked out this line. Before then, you need to fold the fabric in two. You check your measurement. The biggest measurement is what you use to fold the fabric Her hip is the biggest, so her hip is 49. So when you divide 49 by 4, you have 12.25. So I fold the fabric in two using the hip measurement, which is 49 inches. But by the time you divide it by 4, you have 12.25. So this is 12.25 right here. You see I have allowance, this is the allowance for the zip. I will have ease and seam allowance to sew. So the next thing I did was to mark out the bust measurement, the waist measurement, and the hip measurement. So for the bust measurement, I took 10. You can take 9. The standard is 9, but because she's on the big side, so I took 10. You make a straight line. The next is the waistline. I took 19. You can take 17, it's a standard, but she's on the big side, so I took 19. 17 is a standard. Then the next line will be the hip. What I normally do, I transfer the measurement I have right here, I transfer it down for my hip measurement. This is 9 right here. I move it 9 inches down. The next measurement is the length. The length is 43, 2 inches seam allowance, 5 inches. 45 inches right there. And it's the whole of the fabric. We make the straight line. This is the seam allowance. Next is to mark our neck width and our neck depth. The neck width is 2.5. By the time you sew the fabric, it will be 3 inches. But if we are using pattern, the normal thing you do is the pattern will be in 3 inches and you put seam allowance. But because this we are marking directly on the fabric, I took 2.5 for the neck width, 3 inches for the neck depth. I join the neck width and the neck depth, making a curve. Next, I will take the shoulder measurement. Her shoulder is 18. 18 divided by 2, you divide the shoulder by 2. 18 divided by 2 will give us 9. We mark out our 9 inches right there. Half inch for sewing. Get that right there. So let's take our measure, the bust, waist and hip measurement. The bust is 45. 45 divided by 4, you got 1125. We take our 1125 right here. You mark. Add 2 inches for ease and seam allowance. The waist is 43. 43 divided by 4, you have 1075. Our 1075 is right there. Add right here, add 2 inches for seam allowance. The next point is 49 inches for the hip. When you divide it by 4, you have 1225 inches. Our 1225 is right here. Add 2 inches for the seam allowance right there. So the next is to mark the armhole, the round armhole. Before then, we need to bring 1 inch for the shoulder slant. 1 inch for the shoulder slant. We join it to the neck width. Join it to the neck width. The shoulder slant right there. So let's go back and do our armhole. We get the total of the armhole, which is 10, so we'll have half of it will be 5, the midpoint. Half of it will be 5. We'll take the measurement of the shoulder right here, we'll bring it down on the bust line. The total length this is 10. I will bring 10 right here. We make a kind of rectangle there. Make a straight line. If you notice, we have a kind of box right here. If you watch this, we make a kind of box. Then bring this at this point, bring in 0.75 in. At this point, you take 2 inches up. You join it. Now we join all the points for the bust, waist and the hip. I want to mark the down of the length of the gown. So what I do is I take the measurement I got right here, I transfer it down. This is 14 right here and 14.25. I bring 14.25 right here. So I have cut the front, that's it right there. Next, I'll cut the back. The next thing I need to do is to cut the back. Just to cut the back. We do same thing, we fold the fabric in two. The wrong side is the one you'll be marking your chalk on, while the right side will be inside. We do same thing at the back. We'll get our bust line. Same thing, 10 inches I used. Remember I said whatever I have right here at this spot, I mark it down to get my hip. The next thing is to get the neck width and the neck depth. Remember this is the back. The neck width will be, I took 2.5, while the neck depth will be half, because by the time you sew it, it will be 1 inch. So I will take ½ inch right here. By the time we sew it, we will have 1 inch. So I will take ½ inch right there and join it together. We'll get our shoulder. The shoulder is 18 divided by 2. We have 9 inches right there. That's ½ inch for sewing. Now we take the bust measurement, which is 45 divided by 4, or 11.25. Put 2 inch for seam allowance and ease allowance. Waist measurement is 43 divided by 4, we have 10.75. Inches for seam allowance. The hip is 49 divided by 4, 12.25. Right here, 2 inches for seam allowance. Whatever I have right here, I move it down. The total measurement I have at the hip, I move it down at the length. First, let's get the length of the gown. The length of the gown is 43 with 2 inches to hem it. So I want to take the measurement I got right here. I'll transfer it down at the length measurement, which is 1425. We put 1425 right here. If you want a pencil, that's when you can shape it. You cut it this way, but because I want it, she wanted it all not pencil, she wanted it as in like flay down. So you just give it the same measurement you have right here. You transfer it and mark it down like that. The next thing I need to do is to join the neck width with the shoulder. Bring 1 inch down for shoulder slant. We join the neck width with the shoulder slant. Whatever we have right here, which is 9.5. We have 9.5 right here. We'll mark a straight line. Remember I said you have a kind of box right here to get your armhole. We'll take the midpoint of it, which is 5, because I took, which is 5 right here. I keep 2 inch. Two and a half inch, 2 inch. You can take 2 or 2.5, depending on how you. So we'll join it. We'll make an arc and join it right there. Now we'll join all the points, the bust, waist, and the hip. Back of the gown, dress right here. I have cut out the sleeve for the dress from right here. The length of the sleeve is 13, so I added 2 inches for sewing allowance, and the sleeve, round sleeve is 16. I put 2 inches too for sewing allowance. I will make a video on how to make your basic sleeve on it. The next thing I need to do right now is to join the front and the back together. I will come back and show you guys how it came out. There's the front right there. There's the back. Let me join. I have joined the front and the back. I joined the shoulder. I fixed the zipper in the front too. You can see right here. I fixed the zip. I've joined there. Give it a good press. Give it a press. I also press the hem. 1/2 inch first, then 1 inch inside. You press a half inch, then you press a 1 inch. The remaining half inch will be at the armhole to stitch it to the gown. We measure around the neck. We measure around the neck. Whatever it gives us, that's what we use to cut the collar. So I have 18 right here. Eighteen divided by 2 will give us 9. So you fold it in 2 right there. We get, when you divide 18 by 2, you get 9. That's 9 right there. Mark our 9. We'll take this half inch up from the edge up half inch. Then we'll get the midpoint of this, which is the midpoint of 9, which is 4.5. Then you mark out. You can take 1 inch or 1.5, but I'm taking 1.5. I want it a little bit big. You mark out 1.5. 1.5. Join this, the half inch you took up, to the midpoint. At that point, you continue with your 1.5 inch. And now join all the points together. At the points where they meet, I will make an arc. A very small arc right there. And I cut. That is for our collar stick, our collar stand. That's it right there. The next we'll cut the collar. We need to have a straight line at the base. We need to have a straight line at the base. At the base. The round neck, when we took the measurement, it was 18 divided by 2, it gives us 9. We take that same 9, we measure right here. Now you can take 2 point, how big you want the collar to look to be, 2.5, 3 inches, but I'm taking 3 inches. I want it big, 3 inches, 3. You join all the points. Right here too. I join those 2 points together. The next thing I need to do, I'll take 1 inch in, 1 inch in, 1 inch in right there. I will take ½ inch in at this point. At this point, you join a point, the ½ inch in and the 1 inch in this way. You join the points together. I will join this 1 inch in right here with this. That's the collar right there. This is the collar stand. The next thing I need to do is to glue it to the fabric. I will give it a press, a good press to the fabric. You press it to the wrong side. It's the right side. You press it on the wrong side of the fabric. Press it on the wrong side of the fabric. Give it a good press. Same thing with this one, on the wrong side of the fabric. Give it a good press. Once I finish pressing, I will give ½ inch round at the edge. I'll come back to show you how it looks like. So I have given it a good press. You can see right there. I gave ½ inch allowance round. Same thing with this. I press it, then I gave ½ inch allowance round. So I cut out the other side of the collar stand so as to cover this. I cut it out. Like so. I will go stitch. I cut out the facing for this too. I will go stitch round. And come back. I will join everything together and come back and show you guys. So I've joined the collar. I've joined the collar. So try to. Be careful when you're notching so you don't cut We don't call the thread. I will now bring it up. So this is how I place it. Before you sew, join it together, ensure that you have the midpoint. The midpoint, that's where you will join your colors together. At the midpoint, you notch. This way. I will go join it together right now. Sew it round and come back and show you guys the finish. So guys, this is the dress gown. It's ready with a belt right there. You can see with a collar, the shirt collar. That's it.